Listen up, developing world. Got knowledge that's essential. Wamala crack the code on what creation's potential. 90 saying that he won, everything changed. The whole game shifted. Fiat currency arrived, old rules got lifted. No more gold standard, money's created different now. Through credit against assets, let me show you how. But we still operating like the old days remain. Waiting for money to come instead of building our chain. First understand this, money's not a commodity. It's created through banking when you got the property. Wamala. First seller, write this down. Fundamental, legal ownership, documented, governmental. Not just holding land or sitting on resources raw. Need registration, title, documented by law. 70% of African land ain't formalized yet. Trillions in debt capital we haven't leveraged. 3 laws working, that's the key to creation. 3 laws multiply, that's wealth generation. Build the framework, satisfy each condition. 3 laws together, that's the fiat mission. All of those days, they're the blueprint for our future. First hello, let it go, that's the structure. Second let, we can create our own money today. Backed by assets when we build the right way. Fiat means we control our own story. Wamala's blueprint, that's the path to glory. That's the path to glory. Second law coming, it's the key to circulation. Wamala second loud, it's the foundation. Your asset gotta move through legal channels clear. Banks can't accept it, trade it, use it without fear. Why commodities don't work, it's collateral long term. 1 ton of copper looks the same, can't distinguish, can't confirm. Fungible and basic, no unique identification. Can't serve as backing for sustained credit creation. But real estate with title, stocks with registration, intellectual property with patent documentation. These can transfer smoothly through established systems. That's how credit multiplies, that's financial wisdom. Build the infrastructure, document the ownership. Make transfer clear, build the legal systems year by year. Create the markets where the assets trade. That's the foundation that our wealth cascade. Whoa, they're the blueprint for our future. First the layer, that's the structure. Second L, we can create our own money today. Backed by assets when we build the right way. Fiat means we control our own story. Wamala's blueprint, that's the path to glory. That's the path to glory. Now the third law, this the one that's most profound. Wamala's third, their buyers must be found. Not just any buyers, gotta be willing and able. This is what connects your asset to the credit table. Here's the magic, government creates buyers through spending, infrastructure, education program for ascending. When buyers multiply, any buyers on the scene. Now imagine one law fails, watch what happens quick. No legal title, zero value, banks won't pick. Can't transfer easy, zero value, too much friction. No buyers ready, zero value, that's conviction. That's multiplication, law 3, gotta work for financial victory. This ain't just theory, this is how credit's made. Post 1971, that's how the game is played. Original trade creates buyers, that's how 3 in action trade. Once your neighbors build commercial attraction. When Africans buy African, Asian buy Asian, asset value strengthen credit bases. Raising government spending, drive velocity through the economy. If every dollar circulates, creates the astronomy. 4 to 6 transactions before anyone saves. That's how money multiplies through spending waves. But lasers showed us capital controls can work, protected their assets, didn't go berserk. China demonstrated with 750 million rising, kept their policy space. The outcome's not surprising. Now stop and let me teach you what these laws really mean. Wamala's first law, legally binding ownership. This means your asset is clear, documentation, registered in systems with legal foundation. Why it matters, banks need proof that you own what you claim. Without legal title, your asset's just a name. How to build it, create land registries nationwide. Document every property, leave nothing aside. Property rights, patents, corporate registration. These are building blocks of credit-based nation. Wamala's second law, transferability to buyers. This means markets exist where your asset can trade. Legal mechanisms, procedures that are made. Why it matters, banks need to know they can sell if you default. Without transfer systems, credit comes to halt. How to build it, establish exchanges, standardized contracts. Create the legal pathways, remove the abstract. Stock markets, land markets, commodity exchanges. These are channels through which financial value lunges. This means real demand from people who can pay. Not just want it, but afford it any day. Why it matters, asset value comes from build the registries, document the land. Create arcs to help them expand. Government spending, buyers in command. 3 laws together, well to seal the deal. We can create our money today, backed by assets. when we build the right way. Fiat means we control our own story. We can preempt our money today, backed by a sneak with the world fucking stay our blast. Push up the little 7-4, got a piece, then it's gonna hard keep running, just let it squeeze. Buys government strategic, spending infrastructure, investment, education ascending. Workers earning wages, businesses with revenue, willing enabled buyers, that's the avenue. Regional cooperation strengthens law 3 more. Trade within your region, keep the value on your shore. African continental free trade area vision, intra-Asian commerce, that's the right decision. Capital controls aren't bad, they're policy tools. Protect your economy, write your own rules. Malaysia and China showed this works in practice. Keep policy space, build domestic assets. Velocity matters, money must circulate. Government spending that drives economic state. Every dollar moving forward 6 times around. That's how GDP grows, that's prosperity sound. The formula is simple, execution takes time. Far below the simple, execution takes time. Leg alone, the simple execution takes time. Leg alone, the simple execution takes time. Prime all 3 laws, working in multiplication. That's how fiat currency backs a strong nation. Wamala's first document and legalized. Wamala's second, build markets that organize. Wamala's third, strategic spending buys. Multiply together, watch a nation rise. Post 71, reality, credit-based creation. Assets back the money through legal foundation. 3 laws satisfied through patient dedication. Fiat wealth emerging for every developing nation. We got the resources, we got the people, we got the knowledge. Now build the framework, satisfy 3 laws. Create the wealth, document, transfer, buyers multiply. The future's ours to build. Wamala showed us why.